Sales Influence Podcast, where we talk about finding the why in how people buy. I'm your host, Victor Antonio. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for lending me your ears. Today, I want to talk about a wonderful book I read called The Expansive Sale. The Expansive Sale. I'm going to highly recommend you get this book. The book is chock full of great conversations, sales conversational sequences that you can use with your client when it comes to, let's say, increasing price, even apologizing, or getting them to stay with you. But that's not what I wanted to talk to you about. In the book, they got into a piece there about presentations. And man, when I saw the data, it confirmed what I already believe. And I love when a book confirms what I already believe. And in the book, they talked about what is the best presentation approach. And they had 3 conditions, right? The first one was, again, traditional PowerPoint with bullet points and stock photo. The second one was using a large screen with a single image. You've seen those, right? Just got a big, beautiful image with a couple of words written on the actual image. Or third, hand-drawn visuals created on a screen, right? Using hand-drawn, basically just very organic analog, if you will. And what they wanted to find out is they wanted to measure the impact of these different presentations on the following parameters. Recall, the ability to remember things. How likely is your client going to recall the information you gave based on which type of presentation they gave? They looked for engagement. How into your presentation are they? Credibility. Do they believe you? Depending on these 3 approaches, which one gives you more credibility? Quality. Depending on which style, the 3 conditions, which one has more quality associated with it? And then persuasion and impact, 2 key factors when it comes to selling. So the parameters are, again, recall, engagement, credibility, quality, persuasion, and impact. They're measuring these to see which of these 3 approaches, conditions, would actually maximize those parameters. So again, the 3 scenarios, condition. Presentation style number 1, traditional PowerPoint slide with bullet points and a stock photo. We've all seen that. Put the picture on the right, bullet points on the left. Second condition, second approach. Large screen with a single image and a few words on the picture. And again, we've all seen those, right? Beautiful, let's say, a view of a mountain with a guy or a gal standing at the peak of the mountain, and it says motivation, something dramatic like that. And then the third one is hand-drawn visual, like using something on a screen or using a flip chart. And here's what they found, that the overwhelming winner, the big dog in the presentation game is, drum roll, there it is, hand-drawn visuals created on the screen, or again, a flip chart. And what they found when they compared it to the other 2 conditions, the other 2 approaches, traditional PowerPoint or the big picture with a couple of words on it, they found that by using hand-drawn visuals, recall increased by 13%. Engagement was up by 9%. Credibility increased by 18%. That's big. Quality was 8% increase. Persuasion jumped 8%, and impact jumped another 10%. What does this all mean? It isn't that one is better than the other, so to speak. One has more impact, more power in positioning you as an expert. So one of the things you can do is, if you're accustomed to using PowerPoint slides, and I know a lot of people say, Victor, there's no way I can draw a lot of things that we present on an actual chart or flip chart. But what if, in that scenario, if you can't use just a flip chart, for example, or if you're doing virtual on the screen, what if you can combine your traditional approach, right? Here's the PowerPoint, show the complex graphic, but then maybe use a flip chart or the virtual screen to kind of clarify, emphasize, really draw around some key points. But again, what you're doing is when you're actually writing it out, when you're drawing it out, it's like the reason you build credibility is because you're not hiding behind your slides anymore. When a client sees you writing, this has happened to me many times. When a client sees you writing, really detailing things out with no script, because you're just writing it out, you position yourself mentally as an expert, as a domain expert. People see that as like, this person really knows what they're talking about because they went to the flip chart, they went to the screen, they started drawing. So think about this in your next presentation. If you want to create more of an impact, increase recall, increase engagement, but more importantly, persuasion and impact, then consider adding virtual drawings or flip chart drawings to your presentation. And that is it for the Sales Influence Podcast. Don't forget to leave me some feedback on iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, Pandora, Spotify, wherever you can find me. Love to hear your feedback. Also, check out my online sales training platform, the Sales Velocity Academy. Over 50 courses, 500 videos, still growing. All of my books, all 13, you'll find up there as well. So if you're interested in increasing your sales velocity, which I hope you are, then go to salesvelocityacademy.com. That's salesvelocityacademy.com. Lastly, I want to thank you. This is Victor Antonio, always reminding you, selling ain't hard when you know how. Take care.
Hi, I'm Victor Antonio. I'm an author, sales trainer, and keynote speaker. I'm often asked, what makes a great speaker? Is it someone who delivers real content that the audience can use? Is it someone who engages the audience so they're part of the learning experience? Or is it someone who can motivate an audience to push them beyond their comfort zone and discover new abilities? The answer is yes. But the most important thing to remember is that I'm not there to look good. I'm there to make my client look good. Simply put, it's never about me, and it's always about them.